Hi boys and girls, my name is Mrs. Matson and I am your physical education teacher. I'm doing this little video for the boys and girls that have just moved into our school, and especially for those kindergartners who've never met me before. I want to tell you a little bit about myself, and then I want to read a book to you that I always read to the kindergartners the first day of gym class. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from Delphus, Ohio. I've taught here now for 26 years, and I've taught biology here, I've taught health here, but in the last many years I've taught only physical education. It has to be the best job in the world. I would recommend it highly to anybody. A little bit about my family. I have 3 kids. They're all graduates of Liberty Benton. They all have families of their own. They're all grown. My husband and I are high school sweethearts, so I've known him for quite a long time. The pride and joy of our lives are our 4 grandkids. They don't live here close. Well, they live an hour away, but still that's a little too far for grandmas. And one lives down in North Carolina. I went to Ohio State University, and I'm a Buckeye fan through and through. And I like to bicycle. And I also like to do something called a red sneaker dance. We haven't been able to do it for a while because of the pandemic, but hopefully we're going to be able to do it again this year in the spring. It's always the last day of school. The book that I would like to read you is called The Gym Teacher from the Black Lagoon. And if you like this series of books, I think you'll get a chuckle out of this. Maybe even mom and dad as they're listening. It's about a little boy who has heard some stories from his older brothers and sisters and their friends about what gym or physical education class is all about, and they're not quite sure what to think of it. So this little boy is going to school, and he says, we're getting a new gym teacher this year. He's coming over from the junior high, and his name is Mr. Green. So here's all the boys and girls getting ready for the school day. The kids say he's big and he's mean and he's rarely seen. So here the little boys are, since they're in junior high, they're changing their clothes in their locker room, getting ready to go out for the activity in the gym. They say he's very hairy and his knuckles touch the ground. So now his imagination is taking off. He thinks he looks like this. Of course, remember, his name is Mr. Green. His nickname is Coach Kong, and no one has actually heard him speak any words. So with that in mind, now he's envisioning the gym teacher or the physical education teacher looking like King Kong, the big gorilla that climbed up the Empire State Building. I can see why he would not be excited about going to gym class. He just blows his whistle a lot. Well, most of the time I don't use a whistle, but that's what that little boy thinks that the physical education teacher looks like. Oh, look at his face. They say he has a little office full of balls and clubs and tires. Well, I do have a little office, and it has quite a bunch of stuff in it, but I don't know about tires. I don't have any tires in there. The pig kids say that he makes you run around a lot. First you run around the gym. Well, we're probably going to do that. And then you run a lap around the school. I don't know if you'll go around the school, but you might be outside one day taking a lap or two. And then he makes you take a lap around the world. Now that would be fun to do if you were an astronaut, but none of those boys and girls have any astronaut outfits on. That might be almost impossible, but this little boy's imagination is really going wild, isn't it? Then he gives you fitness tests. You have to lift up his pickup truck overhead before the semester ends. I guess that's why they call it a pickup truck. You spend a lot of time getting in shape. He makes you do push-ups and pull-ups and chin-ups and sit-ups. But most of the kids just do throw-ups. Oh, that doesn't sound fun at all, does it? He's working them so hard that they get sick. Then you have to climb the rope. If you don't reach the top, he sets the bottom on fire. Don't worry, boys and girls, we don't have any ropes here that you have to climb up. They say that there are still kids in the ceiling in the junior high gym. Again, you don't have to worry about that. And if you don't pass the fitness test, he puts your body in a jar and donate it to science. No worries there, boys and girls. Then there's the posture test. If you don't pass, he ties you up in between two boards. Boy, do you have imaginations as wild as this little boy's? I can see why he would be scared to come to gym class. But there are games too, and he makes you play dodgeball with his truck. And you may not be able to see it here, but he's got a Dodge Ram truck. We don't play dodgeball, especially not with a big truck. And tag with crazy glue. And baseball with real bats. Wow, that sounds a little crazy, even in my book. And then there's the parachute. He has all of us hold on tight to the side, and then we jump out of an airplane. Well, we do the parachute, boys and girls, but we don't jump out of an airplane. He also is big on gymnastics, and he makes you walk the beam and jump over a horse. And he makes you do headstands and handstands and nose stands and music stands? I don't think so. He makes you do somersaults and cartwheels. Oh, do you see how the cart is full of wheels with little boys and girls on it? This is a lot of imagination going here. But the worst thing of all, which I think is the best thing, is square dancing with girls. We do square dancing, and it is a lot of fun. Uh-oh, there's the whistle. I better line up. Hi kids, my name is Mr. Green, and I am your new gym teacher. I can't believe it, the little boy says. He's a regular guy. Let's play some basketball, said Mr. Green. We do, and I score 2 baskets. Well, guess what? This little boy's imagination went way too crazy. This is great, he says. I'm going to like gym. Boys and girls, I hope you love gym. And hopefully someday soon I get to meet you face to face in my little gym, and we have lots of fun, just like this little boy is going to do this year. Hope you have a wonderful school year.